When you think about waste management, you probably picture, big trucks, recycling plants, that kind of thing. But behind all that physical work, there's actually a super sophisticated digital system making it all happen. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and look at the brains behind the brawn in this industry.
So what does it really take to run one of these companies today? We're talking about a business that has to handle everything from hazardous waste to recovering precious metals. How do you do all that, stay on the right side of some seriously complex regulations, and still, turn a profit?
Well, it turns out it's way more than just trucks. It is a massive, massive juggling act. You've got to be a marketing expert to find clients, a logistics genius to coordinate drivers, a compliance guru, and on top of all that, an e-commerce whiz to sell what you recover. Honestly, trying to run this with just spreadsheets and phone calls, that's a recipe for chaos.
And that is exactly why we're digging into this. This isn't just some theoretical idea. This is a real-world blueprint based on a company's plan for one single, integrated system to run their entire business. Think of it like the digital nervous system that connects every single one of those moving parts.
So, where does the whole process kick off? Well, like any business, it all starts with getting customers in the door. Let's follow the journey from a brand new lead all the way to a signed deal and see how the system handles it. First things first, the system is basically a lead magnet. It's designed to capture opportunities from all over the place. We're talking specific landing pages for different services, the forms on their main website, a properly structured referral program, and even automated campaigns on LinkedIn and Facebook. The best part? Every single one of those leads gets funneled into one central hub. No more scattered info. And once a lead is in the system, it doesn't just sit there. It enters a really clear, defined sales pipeline. You can see it right here. It starts as new, then the system tracks when they're contacted. Then there's this crucial background check phase to make sure they're a legit business. From there, it moves to proposal sent, in negotiation, and finally won. This gives the whole sales team total visibility on where every single deal stands.
Now this is where things get really, really cool. It's an absolute game changer. Imagine a salesperson just finished a site inspection. Instead of taking hours to write up a proposal from scratch, they can use a feature that pulls in all the data, what the client needs, the type of waste, everything they talked about, and it automatically drafts a detailed proposal for them.
And this quote from the actual planning document just says it all. Generate a near-final draft for human review. See, it's not about replacing the salesperson, it's about giving them a superpower. It just slashes all that boring admin time so they can focus on what they're best at, building relationships and closing deals.
Okay, so the deal is won. Contract signed. Huge win for sales. But now the real work begins, right? The promises have to be delivered. So let's jump over to the operations side of things and see how this system schedules the perfect pickup.
Just think about the complexity for a second. You've got dozens of trucks, all with different permits and different capacities. You've got drivers with specific licenses. You have local traffic rules that change daily. So how in the world do you make sure you send the right truck with the right driver and the right permits to the right job every single time?
The answer is you have a digital gatekeeper. Before any job can even be confirmed, the system runs through this incredible smart checklist. Is the truck available or is it in for repairs? Is its registration valid? Does it have the permit for this specific type of hazardous material? Is the driver even working today? It checks everything, preventing these costly and sometimes dangerous mistakes before a truck even leaves the lot.
All right, let's shift gears and look at this whole thing from the driver's seat. Because this system isn't just a tool for managers sitting in an office. It's a massive help for the team out there on the road.
This timeline here gives everyone perfect clarity. Every key moment of a trip is logged with a timestamp. The operations team knows exactly when the truck left, when it arrived at the client's site, when it got back to the facility, and when it was ready for the next job. This isn't just a record, it's live intelligence that helps them make smarter decisions all day long.
And here's how they do it. The driver has a mobile portal, basically an app on their phone. That's their command center for the day. It shows them their assignments, gives them turn-by-turn navigation, lets them snap geotagged photos as proof of service, and they can even scan and upload things like gate passes or expense receipts on the spot. No more clipboards, no more lost paperwork. It's just a totally seamless workflow.
Okay, so the truck is back at the facility with its haul, but the journey is far from over. In fact, for the material itself, it's really just the beginning. This is the part where waste gets turned back into value.
Just look at this chart. It tells such a powerful story. Only a tiny fraction, just 10%, of the material that comes in is actually marked for final disposal. The vast majority, a full 90%, is either sold, treated to recover valuable stuff, or reclassified for a new use. This shows the business isn't about filling landfills, it's about recovery and creating a circular economy.
So how do they sell all that recovered material? Well, the system plugs directly into a modern e-commerce engine. As soon as that inventory becomes available, it doesn't just get listed on their own website. Nope, it's automatically pushed out to Shopee, Lazada, Facebook Marketplace, even TikTok Shop and eBay. This maximizes eyeballs and sales opportunities with literally zero extra effort. It turns that waste directly into revenue.
Okay, so we've seen all the individual pieces, right? Sales, operations, e-commerce. Now let's zoom all the way out and look at the big picture, the digital backbone that holds this entire company together.
And here it is, the main takeaway. It is one system, a single source of truth. The data from a marketing campaign flows right into a sales proposal, which then creates an operations job, which updates the inventory that then gets sold on an e-commerce platform. It's a completely seamless flow of information that turns all this raw data into smart, coordinated action across the whole company.
And what's so exciting is that this system is built to evolve. This table kind of shows the journey from a solid functional system today in phase 1 to a truly intelligent one in the future. We're talking about using AI to automatically set appointments, to draft proposals just by listening to a meeting transcript, and to proactively suggest the perfect truck and driver for a job. It's a roadmap from being smart to becoming a genius. This whole blueprint just goes to show how a traditionally physical industry can be totally transformed by having a single, intelligent digital core. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. What are the hidden complexities in your own job or your own industry that are just waiting to be unlocked by a system like this? The possibilities are pretty much endless.